Carl Jung says, "No matter how isolated you are and how lonely you feel, if you do your work truly and conscientiously, unknown friends will come and seek you. No matter how many friends you have, you could always use one more, your own dark side." Everybody has a dark side, but most people are unaware of it. This is one of the most important things Carl Jung has brought to light during his career as a psychoanalyst. Dr. Jung, along with Sigmund Freud and Alfred Adler, was one of the founders of modern depth psychology, or psychoanalysis. After some time, Jung separated from Freud's teachings to pursue his own beliefs. He founded his own school of psychology alongside the field of analytic psychology. Among Jung's published books are Psychology of the Unconscious, Man and His Symbols, The Archetypes and the Collective Unconscious, Modern Man in Search of a Soul, The Psychology of the Transference, Memories, Dreams and Thoughts, and the Relations Between the Ego and the Unconscious. One of Jung's most important teachings was about the self and the psyche. The psyche is what some people would consider to be our soul or mind, and it encompasses our consciousness as well as our unconsciousness. The self is the psyche and all its potential, the totality of who you are and who you could become. Our consciousness contains everything we're aware of, and, in contrast, the unconsciousness houses everything we are not aware of. Jung became immensely famous for his theory on the individuation process, an almost step-by-step plan that seeks to fulfill your psyche's potential by trying to make the unconscious conscious. The most important part of the unconsciousness to focus on for this practice is what Jung called the shadow, or your dark side. The shadow contains all the aspects of yourself that you'd rather not have and are in denial about. Your bad traits and darkest side. The shadow is what you try to pretend you don't have, even to the point of convincing yourself. Examples of traits the shadow could house are explosive anger, jealousy, envy, greed, pride, laziness, vanity, and so on. Generally, we tend to be completely unaware of our shadow. It's in our unconscious. But the suppressing of your unconsciousness is exactly what sustains unhappiness, inauthenticity, and misery. While you might think your shadow sounds more like your enemy than your friend, in this video we'll explain why that's not true and why you should consider your dark side your friend. Number 1. Your dark side can reveal your true self. Carl Jung says, "No noble, well-grown tree ever disowned its dark roots, for it grows not only upward, but downward as well." A defining part of your shadow is the fact that you don't know it. That's why it's called the shadow. Everything you know about yourself is in the light. All the other things are behind it, in the shadows, and in order to befriend your dark side, it's vital to shine a light on your shadow, to truly try and get to know yourself. Remaining ignorant about your unconscious, and especially the shadow, is very dangerous. In theory, when you repress your bad traits, you only show your good ones. But in fact, you can never truly remove bad traits. Whatever you push down is bound to bubble back up during unexpected, uncontrollable moments. For example, the repression of your anger will result in sudden, out-of-the-blue outbursts every now and then in the most unpredictable ways. The same goes for any other undesirable trait. If you ignore your flaws, they will always control you. The denial of our shadow self, however, feels very natural. It's difficult to try and look straight into the aspects of ourselves that we despise or fear the most.